First up in our Power 4 preview, actually answer Donnie's question real quick. Owen McCown is the son of Josh McCown. He was asking if he was related to Josh McCown.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I forgot in the moment if he was the son of Josh or Luke, but yes, he's Josh McCown.
One of the greatest backup quarterbacks of all time, Josh McCown. So.
Coach Josh McCown.
Josh McCown too. Yeah. All right. First up in our Power 4 predictions is the SEC. Who is winning the Southeastern Conference this year?
I'm almost flipping a coin between these two teams, and you got your prediction in first, so I'm going to go with the other side of the coin. I am going to ride the bounce back of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Kalen DeBoer's unit, I know they went 9-4 last year. The vibes were a little off in his first year without Nick Saban, but I think Ty Simpson's going to come in as their starter and play well. I know Jam Miller, the running back's got an injury right now. He's going to miss the first game against Florida State, but I think you really look at this Alabama team. You've got Ryan Williams. You've got a dynamic offensive line. You've got arguably the most talented defense in the country. LT Overton, Tim Keenan, Deontay Lawson, Keon Sabb, Bray Hubbard, all the corners, everything that they have here. I'm a big believer in Alabama. I just think they have a boatload of talent coming back, and I think the offense with Ty Simpson running it is going to look a little bit more like Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb want to, right? Because Ryan Grubb reuniting with DeBoer this year. So I'm taking Alabama as the champion over the Texas Longhorns.
Wow.
I'm in on Arch Manning. I'm in on their defense as well. Honestly, if the two teams played tomorrow, I would just flip a coin to pick who wins. This is really, I sat around thinking about what would this look like head to head, and this is one of the few huge matchups that we're not going to see in the regular season. So I'll take Alabama over Texas. I'm extremely likely, if not, I think pretty much confirmed here that I'll have them both in the playoff because I'm a big believer in the bounce back for Alabama. Still a big believer in Arch Manning in Texas, but if only to be a little bit different from what you have, because I do think these are the two best teams in some order. I'll take Bama over Texas.
So a team that missed the playoff last year is winning the SEC this year, you think?
Sure, why not?
Love it. All right,
keep in mind, they were the first team to miss the playoff last year.
That's true.
And with a lot of people quite irritated about it.
Yeah, a lot of them in Tuscaloosa. I have Texas over Alabama, so actually the complete opposite of Dalton right there. But I think you mentioned it. I'm pretty sure of these two being the best in the SEC right now. I know some people will say Georgia or LSU or some other schools like that. I think these are two of the top 4 teams in college football right now. And I think after the top 4, there is a pretty big gap, or there's a decent-sized gap between the top 4 and everyone else. You mentioned it, Texas and Alabama, they just have two incredible defenses. I would argue the two best defenses in college football are Texas and Alabama, right? So Texas just loaded everywhere in that defense. It was one of the best defenses last year. It's one of the best this year, too. Colin Simmons, the best edge rusher in the country, in my opinion. Anthony Hill Jr., the best linebacker in college football, in my opinion. The best secondary in college football, in my opinion. Alabama has a top 10 player for me at every single defensive position. And then offensively, you got Arch Manning, the Heisman Trophy favorite right now. You have a really good ground game for Texas, too, with Quintravion Wisner and C.J. Baxter still there. You have a good receiving core, a good young receiving core with Jack Endries coming in at tight end. His dad, Robert Endries, big fan of the show. Jack Endries, one of the best tight ends in college football that we have right now, too. Offensive line, there are some question marks because there's 4 of 5 new starters on that what was an elite offensive line last year. And, of course, Arch Manning has to live up to the hype. But you and I think he will live up to the hype this year. Texas should still be a great team. And Alabama, offensively, Ty Simpson is the new starter at quarterback. He was a 5-star coming out of high school a few years ago. He's waited his turn on the bench for 3 years now. You have, in my opinion, the best offensive line in the country. You have one of the best receivers in the country in Ryan Williams, who's now 18 years old as a sophomore in college. He's a rising superstar in the sport of football right now, too. You always have a pretty good ground game there at Alabama, even though Jam Miller did get hurt recently. But I'm with you. These are the two teams that I was pretty sure of I would have in the title game. I think Texas will slightly overcome Alabama.
Oh, okay. So Ryan Williams is 18 years old now?
He's now 18.
Oh, okay. All right.
He just turned it.
I'm sure we won't hear that endlessly. No, I think, one thing that is getting, I think, lost in the shuffle with Texas, especially all the hype around Arch Manning and everything else with national championship expectations, is their ability to run the ball. If C.J. Baxter especially is how Trey Wisner was really good, really underrated player for him last year. C.J. Baxter coming back. And don't forget now, Arch Manning's a real rushing threat himself. That could be a 3-headed monster in the backfield on the ground, maybe even more so than it is in the passing game with Manning and his arm.
His uncles, Peyton and Eli, weren't very much of rushing threats, but his grandpa, Archie Manning, and his dad, Cooper Manning, who was a great receiver too. They were very mobile. So
he's got the real athletic.
He got like all the best traits from that family, or just Arch Manning now.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
No, it's going to be. I'm buying the hype. I know you are too. I'm buying the hype. You're taking them to win the SEC. It's going to be a fascinating thing to watch, especially Week 1 against Ohio State too.
Our guy Donnie says LSU over Texas is his pick this year. There's a lot of question marks I have for LSU.
Well,
right
what you're going with there is LSU really is the team in the conference with the most experienced quarterback, right?
And the best quarterback.
If you're doing that, I would say right this minute probably the best quarterback, right? Depending on what you think and the path that Arch is going down. But I mean, there's a lot of contenders, man. I mean, LSU top 10 in the country right now. The more I look at them, the more I even look at this. I'm kind of a believer that Texas A&M is a sleeper in that mix. There's always Kirby Smart and Georgia. There's some teams looking to ascend.
Florida could explode this year.
Florida, Oklahoma, Auburn, Missouri. I think people are forgetting about Missouri and how much talent they have. The SEC, we feel like these are the two best teams, but it's not by a whole lot either.
No. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.